Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Ultrasphere TCG. I'm Vicasal, and you're watching part 2 of the Guide to Playing and Understanding the Ultrasphere. We're finally diving into the mechanics of the game today as we explore card types and rarities. Alright, let's get started. There are 3 card types in the game: contestants, skills, and abilities. Contestants are your main cards, from which everything else will be built around. You'll be attaching skills and abilities to these contestants. Also, on most cards, I refer to contestants as units, because the word unit saves precious card space. We'll return to contestants in a bit. Skill cards are like spell cards that you'll be using often. In the middle of the card, we have the name of the skill. This skill's name is Cyber Slam. In the upper left corner, the word skill is written, so you know what type of card it is. In the upper right corner is the skill's energy cost, in this case 3. Below we have the skill's mastery. Think of masteries like elements, for example fire, water, ice, etc. In this case, the card's mastery is cyber, meaning using this skill will do cyber damage to the target. The border of all skill cards are color-coded to match their mastery. Note, contestants also have masteries, but skills you attach do not have to match their mastery unless otherwise required. Speaking of requirements, to the right of the mastery we have this skill's requirements. In this case, Cyber Slam requires the user to be a warrior, brawler, or tank. Cyber Slam does not require the user to also be cyber, but let's quickly look at another example. This skill is Heal. As you can see in the requirement box, the user has to be of the Wild Mastery in order to attach this skill. Returning to our previous example, let's look at damage. The skill's damage can be found right below the mastery in the requirement box. The basic damage calculation is provided. In this case, Cyber Slam does damage equal to your attack plus 2. And then subtract that from the target's defense. There are more factors that can influence damage, and they have their own place in the formula, but we're not covering that topic for quite some time. Beneath the damage, you can find the skill's effects, if any. Cyber Slam reads: flip a coin. If heads, the enemy target is stunned through the opponent's next turn. Going back to our heal example, you'll notice this card has no damage, and instead is Utility Restoration, with its effects reading Restore plus 2 HP to an ally. That covers the skills. Moving on to the third card type, Abilities. Let's look at Fervor for an example. In the center, we have the card's name. In the upper left, we have the word Ability written out. If the ability is of a category, it will be indicated by a symbol in the upper right. If the ability has no category, there will be an X, like in this example. Below the name is the ability's requirement box. Fervor has no requirements. Finally, we have the card description. This will tell you what the ability actually does. Fervor's description reads: when in combat, this unit temporarily gains plus 2 base speed and plus 5 base attack, but loses minus 4 base res. This ability may not be attached to a unit with an ability of the same category already attached. Now, before we return to contestants, there's actually a fourth card type that I just tossed into the skill name. That would be instant cast skills. These skills can be played directly from your hand and are discarded after use. However, Upgrades is the only skill of this type, so that's why I just considered it a special kind of skill card. Okay, back to contestants. Let's have a look at this card. In the middle is the contestant's name. Lining the left side are the contestant's stats, starting with HP. In the upper right is the unit's class. In this case, Blitz is an assassin. Moving down, the omega symbol you see is the contestant's slot. More info about slots in part 3 of this guide. In the upper right section of the text box is the contestant's unique skill. The 5 you see is the skill's energy cost, and the fire symbol next to it is the skill and the contestant's mastery. Blitz is a fire master, and rapid fire also does fire damage. The unique skill will always match the contestant's mastery. Below the unique skill is the unit's basic ability, with its description beneath it. Unique skills, as you may have guessed, are unique to that contestant and cannot be learned by anyone else. Basic abilities, on the other hand, are not so special and may be learnable to other units through an ability card or as their own basic ability. All the way at the bottom of the text, you can see all the masteries that this contestant is weak to, and all the masteries that this contestant resists. Units take double damage from attacks they're weak to, and take half damage from attacks they resist. Okay, let's move on to rarities. Only contestant cards have rarities. There are 5 rarities: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and platinum exclusive. Bronze are common cards, silver are uncommon, gold are rare, and platinum are ultra rare. Platinum exclusive cards refer to contestants only available through special decks or events. For example, Blitz here is a platinum exclusive and only available from a starter deck. But being from a starter deck means you're guaranteed to get him, so he's not exactly rare. The reason exclusive cards are considered platinum is because stats. The rarity of a card determines its base stat total. Bronze cards have a stat total of 35. Silver cards have a total of 37. Gold cards have a total of 40. And platinum cards, both regular and exclusive, have a base stat total of 45. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Next episode, we'll cover deck building and slots. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, Vicasal out.